What's going on YouTube? It's Jose, aka KJ Lane Vision. I'm back with another video. But before we get into today's video, I want to make sure that you hit that like button right down there. Then hit the subscribe and the notification bell to make sure you get notified of all my content coming out. But if you don't want to do that, at least hit that like button right there. That like button really helps me out. So I appreciate it if you do. Drop a comment, let me know. I'll definitely return a favor. But let's get into this video. So you saw a few weeks ago I did a video on Raze energy. They sent me a bunch of energy drinks, 10 different energy drinks. I've tried them all since then, so I'm here to just give you a review of what I disliked about them in the order of my top favorite. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go backwards, give you my worst favorite, give you the anticipation of what my favorite one was. So I'm gonna go backwards from the least favorite to my favorite one and go from there. So let's go ahead and start with my least favorite one. The least favorite one was Phantom Freeze. This was my least favorite one. I wasn't a fan of this one at all. I struggled to even finish the can that they sent me. So it was a rough one. It just wasn't my favorite at all. Didn't like anything about it. It left a nasty aftertaste. It just, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It was a nasty aftertaste. The initial taste was bad. It just wasn't there. I will never buy this. Sorry, Raze. This one, not it. My second least favorite, which I was super disappointed in because based off the flavor, I was hoping for something amazing. Which was Guava Mango. This one wasn't nasty. It was good. I definitely would drink this one again. My problem with it was I was hoping for much more of a mango taste. And it was just heavy on the guava. Not a huge fan of guava. I love mango though, so I was hoping for a nice mango flavor in there. And it's a very hint. I would always just almost call this guava and not anything else. But sweet wise, wasn't too sweet either. Sweetness was like about a medium sweet. And carbonation was high carbonation. I would say all these have a high carbonation, so we're not even going to talk about carbonation no more. But sweet level was about a medium. Sweetness wasn't too bad. Flavor wasn't nasty. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I would buy this again. It just, wasn't one of my top favorites. My next one on the list was the watermelon frost. Again, wasn't nasty. It was a pretty good flavor. Medium sweetness, wasn't too bad. Again, it had to do with the flavor. I was hoping for much more. Thing about Raze on all my top favorite ones is whatever the flavor is or whatever it says it is, it tastes pretty much identical to it. These last ones, the Guava Mango, the Watermelon Frost, it wasn't a powerful punch. And I believe they have like a slogan on their boxes that says, when you drink it, it's a burst of flavor in your mouth or something like that. Pause. These ones just wasn't that. Like they lacked that slogan, that with those sayings of the burst of flavor. To me, it was more of an energy drink flavor than the watermelon frost. Maybe it was the frost that brought down the flavor. But yeah, I was just expecting much more of a watermelon flavor, and it wasn't it. Sweetness was medium, but I would buy it again. I would drink it again. Just wasn't my flavor. Next on the list was Voodoo. Voodoo was okay. I guess this was their Halloween limited edition one, and they still have some from Halloween. It wasn't nasty, but at the same time, it wasn't amazing. It was a normal orange flavored. I wasn't sure what it was going to be, being Voodoo. But I guess with all the orange and Halloween being an orangey holiday, I guess it had to be orange. Again, to me, it was like a flat orange soda kind of. which again I was expecting much more from it based on some of the other flavors. And yeah, it was all right. I would drink it again, but again, wasn't that burst full of flavor that I was expecting. And just to let you know, sweetness was medium sweetness, wasn't too bad. Just so you know, all of these I would drink again, except for the Phantom Freeze. The Phantom Freeze, to me was just nasty. I can't do it. Honest review. Next on the list was Apollo. Apollo was good. I think we're going into my top ones. These ones, the ones that I really had a hard time not liking. So those ones were not my favorite, besides the one I would drink again, but they were my negative side ones. Apollo goes into the first of my ones that I really liked. It was a shocker because Apollo, I don't know if it was just a red, white, and blue, reminded me of I don't know if the older people will probably know, younger people probably won't know, but RC Cola. It reminded me of that. So when I looked at this, I thought this was going to be like a cola flavor. I thought this was going to compete with Bang's Miami Cola, and the flavor out of it was not what I was expecting. And I don't even know what flavor Apollo is. It's like a Starburst flavor. It's like a fruity flavor. The only downside to this one on why it made the bottom of my list was the flavor was cool, but it was a little bit too sweet. And again, I'm not a sweet person. I don't like sweets. So it's just a little bit too sweet in that high section. So that's why I made it to the bottom of the list. But still in my top 6. And yeah, I would definitely get this one again. Next on my list is the Strawberry Colada. This was amazing. I was expecting a little bit more Colada out of it. But it was still an amazing flavor. The taste was amazing, medium sweetness. And this one was a tough one to make it in my top 4. And as you can see, it's the 5th one, but it was close to competition. It just wasn't there. But definitely for sure would get this one again, and I would recommend this one. The top 5 is the ones that I would definitely recommend. You gotta try. Next on my list, which was a close tie between the Strawberry Colada and this one, which is the Grape Bubble Gum. Matter of fact, I want some of this right now. I'm going to try this one right now because I'm thirsty. Looking at all these energy drinks making me thirsty. And this is a delicious flavor. Medium sweetness. In fact, I know I said all of them have a high carbonation. For some reason, this one's a little bit low, lower than the rest. Medium, and so is the next one that I'm going to talk about. But yeah, this is my top 4. Amazing flavor. It's grape bubble gum. It reminds me of, remember the tape gum? It comes in a little tape dispenser type thing. The grape flavor of that. This is what this tastes like. Grape tape bubble gum. It's delicious. I would definitely recommend. Number 3 and number 2 were hard. But I have to give this one. Oh, nope, wrong one. I have to give this one number 3, which is Galaxy Burst. I don't even know what flavor really Galaxy Burst is. It's delicious. But again, the reason why I didn't make top 2 was because it's very sweet. It's a high sweetness. I'm more of a medium sweetness type of energy drink person. That's why Rockstar was the first energy drink I ever tried that I liked, and but I had to do away with it back in the day because it was just too sweet. Couldn't do it. No, Rockstar is known for their high sweetness, and energy drinks wasn't for me. But this is my top 3. Delicious flavor. Would definitely recommend this one, Galaxy Burst. This is also one of the top talked about flavors on social media, YouTube, everything. So yeah, Galaxy Burst. What's crazy is my top flavors were my number 1 and number 3 were some of the top flavors that are talked about on social media and YouTube. So those reviews on social media and YouTube are definitely correct. My top two, well, number two was their new flavor, Baha Lime. This flavor was delicious, not too much lime. Sweetness was amazing. This was a close tie between number 3 and number 1. I didn't really know where to put it. But the flavor just wasn't enough to make number 1. Sweetness was delicious. It's a good flavor. It's new. It just came out. I would definitely try it. Definitely one of the first flavors to try, especially because I don't know if it's limited time or not. It doesn't really say. But hey, try it out. And the number 1 flavor, of course, is the flavor that everybody's been talking about online. It's amazing. When I talk about a flavor of an energy drink tasting exactly like the flavor that's written on the can, this is the drink that does that. Like, it is almost identical. I feel like I'm eating these things when I drink this. It's amazing. And that's the big reason why this one won, is because of how identical it is to the flavor. The sweetness is a tad bit too much, but I still had to put it at number 1 because of how close to the flavor it actually says it is. I've never had an energy drink this close to the actual flavor, and that is number 1, sour gummy worms. It tastes exactly like you're drinking sour gummy worms, like you're eating them. So yeah, definitely the flavor to go to. Everybody talks about this flavor, and I think when I did the opening, this is the one I talked about on there, so you kind of already know I've talked about it, but yeah, this is amazing. So that is my quick review of the 10 flavors, what I thought about them. Raze energy drink, check them out. I'll link in the description below for you to go check those out. And yeah, Raze energy. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm out.